Okay, now kita sambung. Bukan kita sambung. Okay, sekejap Can't see how sexy I am, right? Okay, sekejap. Kena bawa diri jauh-jauh sikit. Gitu. Okay, so kita baca berkenaan dengan reference guide. Okay. See? Mana tu? Okay, nampak reference guide. Okay, so marilah kita membacanya, sebab ini adalah siri manual yang memang orang tak nak baca. Maka dia kata kat sini reference guide. Oh, kenapa saya macam ni? Sebab saya tidak menutup aurat. Saya orang yang ada halal dan haram dia, tapi saya pakai tudung lah. Sekarang saya tak pakai tudung, so jadi kita kenalah macam ni ya. Okay, reference guide dia yang pertama adalah English. Saya tak nak. Oh, ada bahasa Melayu lah weh. Tak nak bahasa Inggeris, senang faham sikit. Tak tahu kenapa, dia macam automatic. English owner's record. Record the model and serial number which are located on the product in the space provided below. Refer to these numbers whenever you call your Sony dealer regarding this product model number dengan serial number. Warning, to reduce the fire or shock hazard, do not expose the unit to rain or moisture. Kejap. Kita punya motivasi adalah cepat aku boleh habiskan. Kita tengok banyak kita kena baca. Okay, lain semua canggat dan kita baca. Okay, so maksudnya sampai Kanada, customer in Europe. Okay lah, boleh lah ada dalam 2 page macam 3 page macam tu. Okay, maka kita wrap sikit ya. Warning, to reduce fire or shock hazard, do not expose the unit to rain or moisture. Warning, do not ingest battery. Ya Allah, chemical burn hazard. This unit contains a coin, button, cell battery. If the coin, button, cell battery is swallowed, it can cause severe internal burns in just 2 hours and can lead to death. Keep new and used battery away from children. If the battery cover does not close securely, stop using the product and keep it away from children. If the batteries might have been swallowed or placed inside any part of the body, seek immediate medical attention. And if you have placed any part in the body, gila lah ayat dia. Important safety instruction. Save this instruction. Danger to reduce the risk of fire or electric shock. Carefully follow these instructions. If the shape of the plug does not fit the power outlet, use an attachment plug adapter of the proper configuration for the power outlet. Caution, battery pack. If the battery pack is mishandled, the battery pack can burst, cause a fire or even chemical burns. Observe the following cautions. Do not disassemble. Do not crush and do not expose the battery pack to any shock or force such as hammering, dropping or stepping on it. Do not short circuit and do not allow metal objects to come into contact with the battery terminals. Do not expose to high temperature above 60 degrees Celsius, such as in direct sunlight or in a car parked in the sun. Do not incinerate or dispose of in fire. Do not handle damaged or leaking lithium-ion batteries. Be sure to charge the battery pack using a genuine Sony battery charger or a device that can charge the battery pack. Keep the battery pack out of the reach of small children. Keep the battery pack dry. Replace only with the same or equivalent type recommended by Sony. Dispose of used battery packs promptly as described in the instructions. Do not expose to extremely low temperatures of negative 20 degrees Celsius or extremely low pressure of 11.6 kilopascal or lower. Use a nearby wall socket when using the AC adapter battery charger. If any malfunction occurs, disconnect the plug from the outlet wall socket immediately to disconnect from the power source. If you use the product with a charged lamp, note that the product is not disconnected from the power source even when the lamp turns off. The power cord means lead. If supplied, is designed specifically for use with this equipment only and should not be used with other electrical equipment. Baik. Notice. If static electricity or electromagnetism causes data transfer to discontinue midway, fail, restart the application or disconnect and connect the communication cable, USB, etc. again. The product has been tested and found compliant with the limits set out in the EMC regulation for using connection cables shorter than 3 meters, 9.8 feet, except LAN cable. The electromagnetic fields at the specific frequencies may influence the picture and sound of this unit. If this unit is subjected to intense extraneous noise, it may restart. Note, on use of wireless function. Use of the wireless function of the unit may not be permitted depending on the rules and regulations of the country or region. Always observe the rules and regulation of the country or region regarding use. When using this unit in an aircraft or a hospital, follow the instructions from the airline company or the hospital to avoid possible interference with instruments or medical devices caused by radio waves from this unit. For customers in the USA and Canada, recycling rechargeable batteries. Rechargeable batteries are recyclable. It can help preserve our environment by returning your used rechargeable batteries to the collection and recycling location nearest you. For more information regarding recycling of rechargeable batteries, visit Sony blah 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 website. For customer in the USA, this equipment must not be co-located or operated in conjunction with any other antenna or transmitter. Caution. You are cautioned that any changes or modifications not expressly approved in this manual could avoid your authority to operate this equipment. Note, this equipment has been tested and found to comply the limits of a Class B digital device pursuant to Part 15 of the FCC rules. These limits are designed to provide reasonable protection against harmful interference in a residential installation. This equipment generates, uses, and can radiate radio frequency energy, and if not installed in and used in accordance with the instructions, may cause harmful interference to radio communications. However, there is no guarantee that interference will not occur in a particular installation. If this equipment does cause harmful interference to radio or television reception, which can be determined by turning the equipment off and on, the user is encouraged to try to correct the interference by one or more of the following measures. Reorient or relocate the receiving antenna. Increase the separation between the equipment and receiver. Connect the equipment into an outlet on a circuit different from that to which the receiver is connected. Consult the dealer of an experienced radio or TV technician for help. MP blah blah blah, maximum charge voltage, maximum charge current. For customer in Canada, the device contains licensed exempt transmitters, receivers that comply with Innovation, Science and Economic Development Canada's licensed exempt RSS. Operation is subject to the following two conditions. This may not cause interference. This device may not cause interference. This device must accept any interference, including interference that may cause undesired operation of the device. Wow, that is something, you know. For customer in Europe, manufacturer Sony Corporation. Okay, ni tak nak baca ni, banyak sangat ni, tak penting. This symbol is product tak chemicals, product end of life collection point. For customer in Singapore, complies with IMDA standards lah. Customer in Malaysia, MC. Okay dah, habis itu je. Yay. Okay, ya, alhamdulillah. Dah habis. But this is only one part. Ni I have another part. Yeah. This one. I don't know if you really can see in the dark what this is. Okay. Nampak tu. Digital kamera dan sebagainya. Ya. Marilah kita tengok balik. Ini banyak yang nak baca ni. Sama ada aku baca atau tak baca hari ni. Pukul 1 dah, babe. 1:11 pagi. 20 hari bulan Julai. I should be sleeping by now. But yeah. Sony digital camera ZV-1F startup guide. We use environmentally conscious packaging material. Environmentally conscious packaging material we use for the camera. Mana tadi tah? Environmentally conscious packaging materials were used for the camera and supply accessories. Note the following due to the characteristic of the packaging materials. Powder etc. from the packaging materials may adhere to the camera or supply accessories. In this case, remove it with a commercially available blower or cleaning paper before use. The packaging material will deteriorate with continuous use. Be careful when carrying the product by the packaging. About the manual for this camera, help guide manual. Okay, kita ada online tapi okay. This guide describes the necessary preparation to start using the product, basic operation etc. For details, refer the help guide web manual. Marilah kita scan ya. Cepatlah. Mama kena tidur ni. Mama lu, bapa. Cepat. Ya, bahasa Inggeris lah. Printable PDF accept optional cookie. Camera system software firm is blah blah blah. Ni kita boleh baca nanti. Yang kita tarik ke home. Startup sebab dia kena baca nanti, senang. Itu home screen. Pandailah kau hidup. Dah, biasa dulu. Sebab Kita kena baca ni, quick guide ni, untuk memudahkan hidup kita. Okay. So itu satu. About the manual for this camera. Looking for valuable information such as essential points on shooting. Aduh, ada tutorial pula. Dua kod yang berbeza ya. Sebab dia satu ni. Apa orang kata tu? Manual. Buka lagi kita lagi sekali. Dia manual ni terlalu banyak. Saya nak baca. Yang ni baca kejap lagi. Suara aku pun dah suara orang nak tidur dah ni, tahu. Sudah menjadi lumrah kehidupan di dunia. Preparations. Checking the supplied items. The number in parentheses indicates the number of pieces. Kamera ada satu, rechargeable battery pack ada satu, USB Type-C memang ada satu, windscreen tak ada windscreen ada. Attached to the windscreen adapter ada satu. Oh ya, betul. Lepas tu windscreen adapter ada satu, landscape memang ada attached to the camera. Startup guide manual memang ada, banyak. Reference pun ada banyak. Kenapa banyak? Sebab dia dalam berbagai-bagai bahasa. Inserting the battery pack, supplied memory card sold separately into the camera. It should be a gift, but I didn't receive it yet. I don't know. Open the battery memory card cover and insert the battery pack and a memory card into the camera. Then close the cover. Lock lever. So the lock lever, open battery pack, letak. Lepas tu letak memory card. Lepas tu ensure the notch corner face correctly. So akhirnya saya dah nampak macam mana buat battery pack. Make sure the battery pack is facing in the correct direction and insert it while pressing the battery lock lever. Memory card. Insert the memory card with the notch corner facing as illustrated. This camera is compatible with SD memory card or memory stick media. For details on the comparable memory card, refer to the help guide. When you use a memory card with this camera for the first time, format the SD card using the camera in order to stabilize the performance of the memory card. Sekarang dah faham kenapa dia suruh buat. Jadi Mamat tadi punya jawapan mungkin tidak membantu. Sekarang aku faham kenapa kena. So kita terpaksa lah pakai je lah dulu. Malas lah aku nak format. At one point maybe I need to format lah since aku dah pakai. Note, formatting erases all data including protected images. Once erased, this data cannot be restored. Save valuable data to a computer etc. before formatting. Charging the battery pack. Charge lamp. Turn the power off. If the camera is turned on, the battery pack will not be charged. Faham. Using a USB Type-C cable supplied, connect the USB Type-C terminal of the camera to an external power source such as a commercially available USB-AC adapter or mobile battery. The charge lamp will light up when charging starts. When the charge lamp turns off, charging is completed. Performing initial setup for the camera. So bateri dia tak akan charge kalau kita tengah pakai. Understood. Performing initial setup for the camera. By connecting the camera and a smartphone with the Bluetooth function, you can perform initial camera setup such as date time setting dah buat from the smartphone. Install the dedicated smartphone application on your smartphone in advance dah buat. Install the dedicated smartphone application from the following web page dah buat. Also updated the latest version of the application. Itu aku tak tahu, tapi itulah. Press the on and off power button to turn on the camera. Select the desired language and then press the center of the control wheel. The privacy notice screen will appear. Read the privacy notice regarding biometrics by opening the link using your smartphone. Press the center of the control wheel. I don't know auto control wheel nama dia. Follow the instruction on the camera dah buat. Screen to register your smartphone sudah on. Sudah lah kot ni. Dah connect, dah pair. Launch the dedicated application on your smartphone to pair the camera with your smartphone. If you select to register your smartphone later, the area that time settings screen will appear. To register your smartphone to the camera after the initial setup, select menu, network, smartphone connect, smartphone register. Kita tunggu bateri charge sebenarnya. Itu yang kejap-kejap berhenti ni. Saya daripada bernafas. Apa lagi ya? Follow nombor 5. Ini nombor 5 daripada apa? Poin yang besar tadi aku tak tahu. Baca je lah. Charging battery pack. Performing whatever lah. Perform the initial camera setup on the screen of the dedicated application. Follow the instructions on the screen to set the following items: area, date time, auto power, off temperature, device name. You can check this setting later from the camera menu. shooting movies. Press the still movie SQ button to select the movie recording mode. So dia memang tak boleh macam tengah video ambil gambar. You kena choose what you want. Macam tu. You cannot choose banyak-banyak. Mulut makan, bukan minum pada masa sama. Gitulah kiranya. Each time you press the button, the shooting mode switches in order of still image, shooting mode, movie recording mode, and slow motion, quick motion shooting mode. Press the menu button and select shooting mode, desired shooting mode, movie button. Lepas tu menu button. Press the movie button to start recording. Press the movie button again to stop. So start-stop dia kamera sama. Hint, the start-stop recording moving function is assigned to the movie button in the default setting. Even without switching shooting mode in step 1, you can start movie recording from still image shooting mode by pressing the movie button. So dah ambil gambar, kalau nak terus record boleh je, tekan je movie button tu. So dia dedicated button. Using the windscreen supply, use the windscreen to reduce wind noise picked up by the internal microphone when recording a movie. Attach the windscreen to the accessory show. Okay, so aku dah buat dah tadi. The first thing I buat. Okay, actually benda ni kalau pakai dia punya windscreen ni better sebab dia collect the sound yang kita nak dengan menapis segala bunyi. Tapi bila kita cabut, actually boleh tapi macam not so nice. Not so nice kenapa? Sebab dia pick up semua dan volume suara yang dia record, audio record tu mungkin tak kuat sangat, tapi dia tak ada bunyi noise macam ni. Kenapa? Pegang pun, bersikit-sikit pun dia dengar. Sebab dia pick up everything-nya. So, itu adalah cons dengan benda ni lah. Dengan dia punya windscreen tu. Tapi windscreen dia awesome. Jadi awesome je. Cuma dia tak best sebab dia dengan bunyi tu. Tu yang ada orang pakai ni kot. Tapi aku tak perlu benda-benda yang extra buat masa ni. So, I love the ASMR. So, good for the windscreen for me. Apa lagi shooting still image. Press the still movie SQ button to select the still image shooting mode. Still movie SQ button, shutter button, menu button. Each time you press the button, the shooting mode switches in order of the still image shooting mode, movie recording mode, still image shooting mode, movie recording mode, and slow motion, quick motion shooting mode. Press the menu button and select shooting mode, shoot mode, the desired shooting mode. Press the shutter button halfway down to focus. Allahu Akbar. Press the shutter button all the way down, viewing. Press the playback button to switch to the playback mode. Select an image with the control wheel. You can move to the previous image, next image by pressing to the left, right of the side of the control wheel. To start playing back a movie, press the center button or on the control wheel. Okay, ada lagi 2, 3 muka surat. Wah, banyak. About the dedicated smartphone application. By using a dedicated smartphone application, you can transfer images to the smartphone and view images ngantuk ni masa. And view images stored on the camera on the smartphone. To use the dedicated application, you need to pair the camera with your smartphone. For details on pairing method, refer to the following help guide. Tadi sama je kan? Benda sama kan? Tak payahlah nak je benda lain. Dia bagi aku shortcut salah satu QR. Jenuh lah. Banyak gila QR aku nak simpan. Tapi terima kasih. Note the name, operating method, screen display, etc. of the dedicated application may change without notice due to future version updates. Not on use. Refer to precaution in the help guide as well. Not on handling the product. This camera is designed to be dust and moisture resistant, but not waterproof or dustproof. Okay, faham? Do not leave the lens exposed to a strong light source such as sunlight because of the lens condensing function. Doing so may cause smoke, fire or malfunction inside the camera body or the lens. If you have to leave the camera exposed to a light source such as sunlight, attach the lens cap to the lens. If sunlight or other strong lights enter the camera through the lens, it may focus inside the camera and cause smoke or fire. Attach the lens cap when storing the camera. When shooting with backlighting, keep the sun efficiently far away from the angle of view. Okay, even if it is slightly away from the angle of view, smoke or fire may still occur. Do not directly expose the lens to beams such as laser beams that may damage the image sensor and cause the camera to malfunction. This camera, including accessories, has magnets which may interfere with pacemaker. Oh my, Allah. Programmable shunt valve. For hydrocephalus treatment. Tu menarik programmable, dude. Aku tak pernah tahu pun shunt valve tu, VP shunt tu boleh ada programmable one. Canggih gila. Or other medical devices. Do not place this camera close to a person who use such medical devices. Consult your doctor before using this camera if you use any such medical device. This camera is equipped with a magnetic sensor. If the camera is placed too close to a magnet or a device with an internal magnet, the camera may turn on. Fuyo, ni magic ni ataupun alam gaib. Take care not to place the camera near any magnetic device. Increase the volume gradually. Sudden loud noise can damage your ear. Okay, terima kasih kerana mengingatkan. Do not leave the camera, the supply accessories or memory cards within the reach of infants. Baik, they may be accidentally swallowed. If this occurs, consult a doctor immediately. Notes on the monitor. The monitor is manufactured using extremely high precision technology and over 99.99% of the pixels are operational for effective use. However, there may be some small black dots or bright dots, white, red, blue or green in color, that constantly appear on the monitor. These are imperfections due to the manufacturing process and do not affect the recorded image in any way. If the monitor is damaged, stop using the camera immediately. The damaged part may harm your hands, face, etc. Notes on continuous shooting. When shooting still images continuously, the monitor may flash between the shooting screen, monitor, and a black screen. If you keep watching the screen in this situation, you may experience uncomfortable symptoms such as feeling of unwellness. Ni fitting ni, boleh seizure ni. Kalau orang yang senang seizure, dia macam stratophobia benda tak. If you experience uncomfortable symptoms, stop using the camera and consult your doctor as necessary. Dia takut orang tu fitting. Notes on recording for long periods of time or recording 4K movies. Ya, betul. Aku faham. Depending on the camera and battery temperature, the camera may become unable to record movie or the power may turn off automatically to protect the camera. A message will be displayed on the screen before the power turns off. You can no longer record movies. In these cases, leave the power off and wait until the camera and battery temperature goes down. If you turn on the power without letting the camera and battery cool sufficiently, the power may turn off again, or you may still be unable to record movies. The camera body and the battery may become warm with use. This is normal. If the same part of your skin touches the camera for a long period of time while using the camera, even if the camera does not feel hot to you, it may cause symptoms of a low temperature burn such as redness or blistering. Pay special attention to in the following situation and uses a tripod etc. When using the camera in a high temperature environment, when someone with a poor circulation or impaired skin sensation using the camera, macam orang yang stroke lah basically. When using the camera with auto power off, temperature set to high. Okay, faham? But I'm debating whether nak set high ke tak nak. Notes on using a tripod. Use a tripod with screw less than blah 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 in long. Otherwise, you cannot firmly secure the camera and damage to the camera may occur. Sony accessories. Using this unit with products from other manufacturer may affect its performance, leading to accidents or malfunctions. Warning on copyrights. Television programs, film, videotapes and other materials may be copyrighted. Unauthorized recording of such material may be contrary to the provision of the copyright laws. Note on location information. If you upload and share still images or movies taken with the camera on the internet while the location information is linked with the dedicated smartphone application, you may accidentally reveal the location information to a third party. To prevent third party from obtaining your location information, deactivate the location information linkage function of the dedicated application. Notes on discarding or transferring this product to others. Before discarding or transferring this product to others, be sure to perform the following operation to protect private information. Select setting, reset, initialize. Setting, reset, initialize. Yang kena habis tadi. Aduh, ada lagi. Lagi dua muka surat. Come on, baby. You can do it. Turut lah pula. Cepat, Nadia. Notes on discarding or transferring a memory card to others. Executing format or delete on the camera or a computer may not be completely delete the data on the memory card. Before transferring a memory card to others, we recommend that you delete the data completely using the data deletion software. When discarding a memory card, we recommend that you physically destroy it. Note on network functions. When you use network functions, unintended third parties or on the network may access the camera. depending on the usage or environment. For example, unauthorized access to the camera may occur in the network environment to which another network device is connected or can connect without permission. Sony bears no responsibility for any loss or damage caused by connecting to such network environment. How to turn off wireless network functions, Wi-Fi etc. temporarily. When you board an airplane etc, you can turn off all wireless network functions temporarily using airplane mode. Oh, sebab itulah ada airplane mode. Okay, faham. How to turn on or off Wi-Fi function. Select menu, network, connect, PC remote, smartphone connection, and then operate the function from the dedicated smartphone application. How to turn on or off Bluetooth function. Select menu, network, Bluetooth function on or off. For customer in the US and Canada, skip lah, aku tak nak pergi US and Canada. The equipment complies with FCC radiation exposure limit set forth for an uncontrolled environment and meets the FCC radio frequency RF exposure guidelines. This equipment has very low levels of RF energy that is deemed to comply without testing of specific absorption rate SAR. The available scientific evidence does not show that any health problem associated with using low power wireless device. There is no proof, however, that these low power wireless devices are absolutely safe. Low power wireless device emits low level of radio frequency energy RF in the microwave range while being used, whereas high level of RF can produce health effect by heating tissue. Exposure of low level radio frequency that does not produce heating effect causes no known adverse health effects. Many studies of low-level radio frequency exposure have not found any biological effects. Some studies have suggested that some biological effects might occur, but such findings have not been confirmed by additional research. This equipment has been tested and found to comply with ISAT radiation exposure limit set forth for an uncontrolled environment and meets RSS 102 of the ASAT radio frequency exposure rules. For customer in the USA, banyaknya. Indonesia pun ada weh. Fine, fair enough. Sikit lagi. For customer in the USA, for question regarding your product or the Sony service center nearest you, you call lah nombor yang dia beritahu ni. Supplier declaration of conformity. Blah blah blah. For customer in Europe, kau tak payah pergi Europe lah macam ni. Hereby, Sony Corporation declares that this equipment is in compliance with directive the full text available at the following internet address. Hereby, Sony Corporation declares that this equipment is in compliance with the UK relevant statutory requirement. The full text is blah blah blah. The power delivered by the charger must be between to achieve the maximum charging speed. Deactivating the power management function will increase the energy consumption of the product. Aku tak tahu. For customer in the UK, statement of compliance. Blah 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 blah. Oh, dia ada statement of compliance ni, kena bawa ni. Oh, member sign tu. Chris DePaul, Vice President. Dia kena beritahu kat orang UK. Kena bawa ni, kalau bawa ni, kalau tak kena tahan. Kena ambil free je kau. Sony Europe Registered Officer Support. For customer Indonesia, dia bagi tahu macam ni. Specification kamera dia tak. Oh, dia kena bagi tahu kat Indonesia juga ke? Aku tak tahu lah weh. Eco saving power. Okay dah, itulah kot. Dah habis dah, alhamdulillah. Terima. Oh, otak aku dia dah macam burn macam tu. Okay, kita ada shooting nak baca script, tapi nantilah. Bye.